just whip through it. Your AL MVP, Cy Young, and same for the National League. What do you have?
This is one of those years where there's almost nothing that's cut and dried. You want me to do AL first?
Sure.
I think Mookie Betts is the AL MVP, barely over Mike Trout. The Cy Young debate is fascinating because, Justin Verlander's numbers with incredible volume, with a lot more volume, 134 more hitters than Blake Snell, makes a fascinating debate. But I think that Blake Snell is going to win and should win. And, the only two starting pitchers in the DH era who had a lower ERA than he has, and he's at 1.90, are Pedro Martinez and Ron Guidry back in the day. And that sways me.
I've heard of them.
NL, Jacob deGrom should win the Cy Young, wins the side. And I'm agonizing over NL MVP. I have a column that's posting on The Athletic today, on which I pick Javi Baez, but admit that I'm a voter. I could still change my mind depending on what happens this week.
Yelich, who would it be? Him? He's so good.
Baez or Yelich is what I'm down to, and Christian Yelich has made an incredible case, and even an incredible case this week. The final week of the season narrative can sway this vote. I don't think there's any question. I would guess Christian Yelich is going to win. I just wanted to make the point that we think of the Cubs as a star-studded team, but in truth, the Brewers' position players this year have been much better than the Cubs, and the Cubs have needed everything that Javi Baez has done offensively, defensively, on the bases, the energy jolt every night. But it's really a fun debate.
No, I know. In terms of, I agree with you. Last week should matter. Certainly if division's on the line and playoffs are on the line, Yelich with a bases-clearing triple in St. Louis, okay?
Yeah.
In St. Louis. That when he landed on third last night, I'm like, that's the definition of value right there. That was a most valuable hit for the Brewers. And I know you can't boil it down to one at bat, but when you're boiling it down to push coming to shove, I don't know. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, I agree. I've voted on this stuff many times, and the last impression is a powerful impression. That isn't right. It isn't fair. I'm not sure why it is. It's human nature. And there's so much on the line this week. The Cubs have led the Brewers and had the best record in the league since the All-Star break. And if the Brewers overtake them in the final week and Christian Yelich has this kind of week and this kind of second half, he's going to win, and he would deserve to win.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.